So I was just stood up on this little deck right here, and this guy came in this little blue cushion, put it down and sat down. I kind of walked off and gave him his space. It's obvious that the guy comes here every morning at this time just to sit, to think, be with himself. What a place though, huh? Just to come every day and just to sit by the ocean, to be with yourself. And it, sorry about that, I had the hand in the way of the camera. Has me think about a conversation I was having with a client this week. He's a consultant, and he's been caught up in life doing work stuff, focusing on that kind of thing, and making sure family's taken care of, his stuff at home. And was saying to me that he really misses his illustration, his drawing. Doesn't really do it, focus on the important things, and then after a while just gets so frustrated and fed up, he just ends up blocking time out, or not even blocking time out, just doing it, sitting and doing illustrating for hours to express himself creatively. And we're talking, and the reason why is because he couldn't really justify, it's not really part of his business. And a while back we had talked about, well, what if illustration was part of your business? What if we found a way to imagine how this could come into your consultancy and your illustration, your drawing? And we played with the idea of having it be directly involved, but hasn't fully materialized yet. And the thing is, it doesn't really, this idea of like putting all the things you would love to do in a melting pot, melting them together and see what you come up with. Yeah, maybe sometimes all these different things that you love come into your work directly in a way where I do this and I get paid for it directly from people. But that's not always the case. It's not always the case. What are some other ways? Actually, I'm just checking to make sure this thing's still recording. What are some other ways? And it's about appreciating the indirect impact that stuff like doing the stuff that you love, especially stuff that's creative, has on your business, and the things that are also important to you. So with this guy, it was like, okay, if he's doing illustrations on a regular basis, how does that impact his business? How does it impact his relationships? And how does it impact his ability to be a great father at home? And what became really obvious is if he was spending time illustrating as much as he wanted to, and he was expressing his creativity, he'd actually be so much more relaxed. He'd be so much more relaxed and therefore, better at home, better at the office. And in addition to that, like when you do things that are creative on a regular basis, it primes the creative flow within you. Creativity is it's like water running through your veins, through your body, through your psyche, through your spirit. And when you are actually using your creativity, expressing yourself, then it's kind of lubed up. You have your lubed up creativity, and so then when you go into your work, you go into your family, you go into other aspects of your life where you need to use your imagination or to be creative in some other way, because you're using your creativity from day to day in your illustration, for example, you're going to be more creative in your work too. And I know it sounds like it's a stretch. What I like to suggest to you is that it's not a stretch, is that the indirect things actually have more of an impact on the success of you and your business and in your other parts of your life than the direct things. We get caught in the trap of the obvious. When we can see direct causation, we put that at the highest level of importance and priority. But I'd like to suggest to you that it's the indirect things very often, the things that have an emergent systemic impact, that actually are the most valuable. So pick up your guitar, pick up your paintbrush, pick up your drawing pencil. Oops. Do the things that you love to do, that have you being creative, that have you being relaxed, that have you being in a state of love and enjoyment, so that indirectly what will emerge through you is more value for the world. And then, as a result of that, more great stuff coming back to you. Much love.